like advice for a nigga. You feel me? I
You
be
gotta
getting mad, especially if I'm not.
give me an example.
So look, I stopped smoking for 6 days, bro. You feel me? And I just, it's like I start getting mad, bro. I start yelling at these niggas. I start getting tight, little shit tick me off. You feel me? It's like it's like different, bro. I can't chill, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just little shit that annoy me that wouldn't normally annoy me. You feel me?
Okay, here we go. Let's go. Let me try, okay? Um, if you stopped smoking weed, then most people, have it still in their mind. You know what I mean? Even after a few days, like 6 days, it's not enough most of the times. So it's like because I had it also, the experience of basically withdrawal. You know what I mean? I didn't had weed for a few days and I get angry. Why? Because I been stressed out because of work or whatever, and you thinking, or I am thinking in my mind, it would be so much better if I would smoke again. You are still thinking about it, and it makes you like, but you are basically fighting against yourself. You know what I mean? Like you saying, I am taking a break from weed, but I have like the urge to smoke still. You know what I mean? And this urge, this desire to have it, it needs to go. You know what I mean? It's like you have to just take weed out of your mind, especially also overthinking. If you overthink a lot, then it is stressing people out because overthinking is like overworking, you know. Just by thinking alone, you work your brain, you know what I mean? But overthinking or overworking your body or overthinking your brain, it's like the same thing, you know what I mean? And it is stressing you out, especially if you are streaming, bro. If you are streaming and let's say, I don't know, maybe he smoked quite a lot, at that time, and then just 6 days off, it doesn't make not much difference. You know what I mean? So you should at least have like I would say at least a 3 month um, break. But of course, the best would be to just stop stop smoking weed. You know what I mean? It feels like you need it. You know what I mean? I know that because when you work a 9 to 5, or if you're streaming and so on, whatever you do, and it makes you a little bit like stressful and stuff like that, you want to smoke. You know what I mean? But this desire has to stop completely again. um and this goes for everything basically. The desire for vaping, smoking weed, drinking alcohol, it's always an escape. Yeah, that's what I wanted to get at. It is an escape, from the things you are doing right now and stuff like that. And escaping is never good. Like people say, I need a break from my life. That's why I am watching content like this. It is entertaining. It makes me laugh because my life, how it is right now, it is really bad, And I like basically you are not confronting the problems or the things in life that makes it difficult for you. You know what I mean? So you have to confront that. You always have to confront, you know what I mean? Like the inside problems, the outside problems, everything. until it's all gone and you feel how good it feels, like just it is just basically freedom. You know what I mean? It is like I would say it's like problems are like large data on your PC. You know what I mean? For example, or large files on your phone. You know what I mean? Like the iCloud iCloud storage is full, your memory on your iPhone is completely full. Your phone is not working as it used to be. You know what I mean? So it is overworking because, and it is working, but it is not working at the same as it should be because there is too much stuff in it. You know what I mean? So I said, you know what I mean, quite a lot. My bad. I was aware of it, but it came out all the time automatically. I have to be aware a bit about it. So, but I'm just want you to really understand. So that's why I'm questioning, but it doesn't really make sense for questioning it like with what do you mean so often because you are not here right now. You know what I mean? Again, again. Okay. So just basically delete it. It is quite hard, I'm saying also quite often you can basically delete storage or memory out of your brain. Um, it is difficult, you have to really understand yourself and so on, but you can do it. And if you make it free, if you delete all of it, not like all of it, some things you still need, like the knowledge of words, like or the memory to find your way back home. You have to know which bus you have to take or which direction you need to go if you are if you are driving with a car and stuff like that. These kind of informations, of course, you need, but some memories are so unnecessary. I'm telling you right now, where I heard it from other people and I thought they were joking or something like that. Or like, people tell me they know what happened 5, 6, 10 years ago, and some people even know on which month. For example, 5 years ago, 5 years ago in, I don't know, June, we were taking a walk, having fun, doing this and that. And I'm like, maybe I know we still, we were walking once, you know, in the past, but let me tell you, I am not remembering the year and also not the month. Like, you can forget about it. Like, it was always like this for me, basically, that I never was good with numbers. Um, and things way back. You know what I mean? Because again, because it's well, before that, I actually never knew. I actually never knew that I didn't think about the past that often. The only times when I think about the past, most of the times, it's like when somebody died, and I'm missing them. And that's where I'm thinking back to the past. But for example, I loved my grandpa and grandma, right? From Germany and also in Laos, rest in peace, of course. I loved them to death. I cried a lot. But I don't I don't remember when my grandpa died, which even which year, bro, I don't know anymore. Maybe like February, March or something, because in the Buddhism, you know, uh religion, they make like a ritual, like not a ritual, but they make food for the dead, basically, to have in paradise or whatever, and also to find their way back if they need food. They can come back to the place where we at and give, basically making their favorite food and stuff like that. And then we also eat from this, like a part of it, not the one what which is offered for the dead. But that's how also we like eating with them one time again. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I mean? This has to stop, bro. Like this really has to stop. Um, and yeah, for example, I am not thinking like in the past when I was younger, I was thinking about it way more often, but not as much, because I I can admit that I also escaped from reality, basically. I escaped from reality by gaming, smoking, masturbating, anything, but please don't let me think about the things that happened to me or somebody that was really important in my life. For example, family members that died or my dog died, because every time that when I think about it, I get sad or something like that, or maybe mad and stuff like that. Um, so, and with the spiritualism, I learned that, and it's really logical, because if you think about a certain thing, right? For example, if I think about and really visualize also, when my dog died, this was one of the most saddest, the one of the saddest thing in my life to witness, when my dog, died through the vet, giving her like the needle. I don't know how you call it um, in English, but like they put her to sleep forever. And this was my one of the saddest part of my life. And I bawled my eyes out, and every time I thought about it, it it made me cry. Like it was just 2 days ago, I think, or yesterday, when I wrote, the story of my life, basically, because I wanna publish like a little book or whatever. And when I wrote it, it came up a little bit, and but before I cried, I already realized what is going on, because of awareness, just by observing yourself. And then it's like you need to get back to the present moment. And that's how I do it, by breathing, a few times, to really let it out. You know what I mean? But yeah, then I tried to write it again, and as I wrote it, it came up again. I noticed it's about to come up again. Make a pause, you know what I mean, and go back to the present moment, because in the present moment you are not thinking of the past. That is the thing, bro. If you are not thinking about the past or in general, what? can happen, you know, then you don't get suddenly sad. You don't get suddenly angry or you don't suddenly laugh or whatever, you know. It is feelings equals feelings, you know. It doesn't matter if it's sad, angry, it is a feeling. And you don't have to feel these specific feelings. It happened in the past, but you have to learn, like, being sad is not a good thing. Um, it is human to be sad. I know that, but after a while, you should understand, as a human being, you can choose if you want to be sad or not. But basically, you shouldn't choose, because you should already understand that being sad is not good. To cry is not good. Um, it is basically something unhealthy to do. That is unhealthy for your mind. That's why it is really important what kind of content you are consuming. And I am aware of that, you know, that what kind of content I am watching right now and stuff like that. And it can influence somebody quite a lot. For example, if Playboy Max is smoking weed, you know what I mean? Then, again, yeah, I said it. Then his viewers might go and try to smoke weed. And that's why it is so important to be aware of what you are consuming and what influence you are taking with you. For example, I watched a lot of news when I was still in crypto. I watched a lot of news, like quite a lot, and I learned quite also a lot about the world, how the world is working, the system, and so on. And this is after I woke up, you know, was awakened. It got me depressed. I was depressed for quite a long time, just by uh, consuming news, the crypto environment. Like, it's really toxic. Gaming is really toxic most of the time. So you have to be really aware of what you are consuming. And the best thing what you can do is don't consume so much content. That is why I'm here. I don't even want you to watch or consume my content like quite a lot. I just want you to understand, after you watch a video like this, that watching content, it doesn't matter what kind of content, it most of the times will be for entertainment purposes. If it's for like learning and stuff like that, it is okay. But for example, if you learn what I just told you guys, right? Then I want you to guys to be more outside in nature, you know, consuming nature, do something fun. Like, not do something fun, because you could also learn that just walking by yourself without music in a park and stuff like that, just sitting on a bank watching nature can be fun. I, like, I promise you, when I was like, let's say, like under 20, I watched myself as how I am watching it right now, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, how can this ever be fun, bro? Let me just play Fortnite or whatever. Habbo was the thing in the past. As for League, I played Metin 2, all these things, right? And I'm like, what is he even talking about, bro? Like, I am not going to do what he's saying. This is BS and stuff like that. But if you really listen and heard that is just an escape, then why don't you wanna like confront yourself someday, you know? And the of course the best thing you could do is confront yourself right away with the problems you all have and so on, because a problem is a problem, and if you like solve one problem inside, you solve many problems inside, because one problem can be connected, related to other problems. So it is, you take out quite a lot of problems with just taking out one problem. I hope that is clear. I really hope so. Also, please like and subscribe, just until I made it. And then it's like, do whatever you want, bro. But also, if you like, if this video helped you out a little bit, you understood a little bit what I said, and you are doing all the things, and you at the end of the day you are like, man, he is right. The things we consume makes us, influences us, in a bad way. For example, saying bad stuff, smoking weed, drinking alcohol, or being like extraordinarily loud, annoyingly loud and stuff like that. And you are saying, okay, stop with all of this. It is time really to go into nature and do and change my life, basically. And if that's you, then go ahead, you know, I applaud you, or how you call it. And you don't have to watch anything anymore. Then it's all good. Then I feel like I did something at least. That's all I want to do, do something. Just one person is enough, you know. When I helped one person and he is like, or she is like, you changed my life with that and stuff like that, I am already happy. But of course, I want to help as many people as possible because I was in that situation. I think a lot of people are in this situation right now where they are gaming quite a lot, watching quite a lot, escaping from reality. And I want it to end for a lot of people, that they are facing reality and that their reality can then look way better, because it's also a mindset on how you look at your life. Because and also some things you can't change. I understand that especially for kids, when, for example, they have abusive parents. I'm telling you, like, try everything to get out of it. Um, but it's really difficult. With a few situations, I understand that. Like a few situations you can't just leave, but I want you to know that you don't have to get abusive as your parents, because a lot of kids are copying what their parents are doing. For example, the parents are hitting their kids, the kids are hitting kids in kindergarten. And then when they grow up and having their own kids, they're like, oh yeah, I'm hitting them with a belt too because my parents used to do that too. This needs to stop. Don't copy what your parents do, especially when it's something bad.
Like it's like lack of control of like my emotion. You got any like advice? Like
I know this for me to recalibrate myself because I know exactly what you.
Again, don't try to control your emotion. I didn't say that. Because if you try to control your emotions, what I tried, and escape from your emotions, it is coming up back, and it's coming again and again and again, and it's getting louder and louder and louder until you like reach your limits, and then it just goes, it goes off. You are getting, like you are crashing out. Or If you don't crash out and you just take it in, like I did, you are becoming more dull and dull. Like your mind is getting dull. And that's also a reason why my mind is so, like my mind is very dull still. It got a little bit better, but not that good. So that's how also I know that I forget a lot of things. Also because, well, I always uh like try to escape from it. And to be honest, if something happened in the past, anything, right? But it wasn't that important, I probably forget about it. For example, the things I did with a girl friend I had, uh, I don't know her birthday anymore. I don't know, I didn't know which like birth sign she has. Uh, Quite a few things I didn't know any more about her. Um, and it is what it is. Like I can't do anything about it. I don't know her age anymore. Um, like how tall she really is, just that she was shorter than me, stuff like that. But never, Plague by Max, if you ever listen to that, never control your emotions. Be really aware, especially inside of yourself. And then if you be so aware, you can see like your energy is shifting or is changing, and like your energy is like that, for example, if you are aware. But if you about to get angry, it will slowly come up. Before it comes up and becomes the emotion angry, before that, you are already so aware that it won't, I promise you, it won't come to that point where it is an emotion that you call angry, because if you are so aware, you are not there, like you are not identifying yourself with it, and so it will just go back to energy, pure energy, where it belongs, and everybody should be happy. All right, I talked way too much. This is part one. Let me know if you like, even like it, if I make part one, two, three, four, and so on, or you just want me to put it in one video. It doesn't matter how long it is, 3 hours and stuff like that, because I'm trying to see how the algorithm is doing. I only know, of course, if you do like short formats, like YouTube Shorts, that's the best thing you can do algorithm wise. But I like to just like talk a lot, I guess, um, while reacting, doing spiritual twists. And when I see that there is a spiritual person coming on, or where, yeah, like most, like when it's spiritual stuff, I am really intrigued by it. Like I'm really interested. And but I also always give my spiritual reaction to it. You know, so it's because a lot of people, they claim they are spiritually in the spiritual realm and so on. I mean, they can be, but something they say is like, I don't understand, because I see it how it is, like the steps it takes to get angry. And if you see that, you could also just be never angry, to be honest, or never sad anything anymore. But people think, then like, what does it even mean for you to be uh human anymore? Um, but you still like you still feel something. You know what I mean? Like like blissfulness, peace, happiness. You feel that in that silence energy. Yeah, that's like a good wording for it. Silence energy is crazy. Um but yeah, that's it for part one. It's 56 minutes already, and we just went for 10 minutes. Oh my god. All right, see you guys on the next one.